Are we, your battery's all in check.
Yeah, I lost
Normally we do interviews with these guys and then I start like 1 minute in, oh, the battery died. Again. The charge, you good?
Yeah.
Is the thing running now?
Yeah.
Autopilot.
Are you going after your dress?
Thank you very much for coming. No, it's very short notice and all the rest of it. I won't keep you guys long. So the session, we're just going to, it's not even going to be, it's going to be 10-15 minutes. Renel's going to do a little bit. But the main thing is you guys are here because you are attached to the athlete membership, I think most of you, and that you want to take your training maybe to a higher level. Now, taking it to a higher level doesn't mean that you are wanting to go to your CrossFit Games. It means that you want to become the best you can possibly become, whatever that may be for you. Okay, if it is being like me, trying to do 20 strict handstand push-ups by next year this time, that's something I really want to go for. Do better thrusters, that's something I want to go for. And then possibly do 1 or 2 competitions along the way. But we want to try and create an environment where we are feeding off each other. And when you come into this environment, it's kind of like, okay, cool, I feel that this isn't a normal class. I want to push a little bit more. But it doesn't mean that the people in the class that are pushing for the higher numbers are the better people. We're still a community, we're still everything. So it's not a competitive environment, it's an environment that's going to push you to just become a little bit better. Alright? So it's going to be a bit more skill-based. There's going to be periodization. I'm going to go through all the bullet points now. More periodization involved, okay, in the training, so that it's you getting the most out of it. Okay, so if you look at what we're aiming to do, we want to do 3 6-week blocks, and our whole goal is to push for October this year, 2019. That's where we're going. Why October 2019? Well, October 2019 we have another Open coming up, and I think a lot of you have probably done the Open this year and think, flip, I've got some serious holes in my game. And for me, that is huge as well. I think there's so much I want to work on over the next 6 months. So what we want to do is we want to create an opportunity so we can get better at it. European Champs, so if you guys are familiar with competitive stuff, there's a thing called the European Championships. That happens, but it's a 4-week online qualifier. So with the Open going on, there's going to be a 4-week online qualifier for the European Champs. And the finals for that takes place in January. And it'd be really cool if all of us can get involved in that. So we can, there's Masters, there's Open, there's Teens, there's all kinds of divisions. It's probably one of the biggest ones in England. And then if you can get registered for this thing, I looked into the registration, they flipping sold out, bro. A lot of the things are sold out. This will be amazing. Whatappalooza. Whatappalooza is the biggest fitness festival in the world. And they cater for everything. Scaled teenagers, scaled masters, teams of 3, teams of 2. It's huge. And it's an amazing opportunity for all of us to fly to Miami. That in itself is quite a cool thing, I think. And then going to do a competition. So if you can get registered on this, there are still some registrations possible, but the thing I wanted to do was myself and Paul do a team and then see if we can make it under 35 for the 35 for the Masters. But I think it's sold out. And then what I want to do is a weekend away of training. So we're training together and we really try and push this thing hard one weekend, maybe go down to Sweet Valley? What's it called?
Yeah, Sweet Track.
Sweet Track, okay. So let me just talk about the 6 weeks. The first 6 weeks will be periodized as in engine work and fixing weaknesses. So what we'll do is we'll layer in a lot of engine. What is engine work? Well, engine work is what you see on my right over here. A lot of these bad boys. Different training ways. So we'll be doing 30 minutes on the machine, or you'll be doing bricks of 5, 5, 5, or you'll be doing 1 minute sprints, and you'll be building an engine effectively. And that we'll be doing best we can over 6 weeks. But along with that, we'll do a test week where we test you and we find out, not like this test week, this is generic. Just quickly to make it clear, CrossFit that we do in classes is CrossFit for everybody. Alright, so that's what CrossFit, it's going to make you fitter, it's going to get you aesthetically better, it's going to do everything it needs to do as CrossFit. But what we want to now create is something more specific to you. So if Ben comes to me and says, I want something more specific to me, this is what we're talking about tonight. Alright? So we're going to look at weaknesses. Everybody has different weaknesses, and we're going to identify those weaknesses and then try and adjust them. So how does that happen? On a Tuesday and a Thursday night, you come into class. On a Saturday, you come into class and you're going to have like a half an hour, 40 minutes of engine work. So we're all going to work together. We're going to mess it up, it's going to be sweaty, and then we're going into the next portion of the workout. Will be 30 minutes, 35 minutes of, okay, what are your weaknesses? Now we're going to get you on bands, doing shoulder stuff, doing overhead stuff. Maybe your hips need more mobility, we'll get you more stretching. So we'll figure out what are your weaknesses. For me, it's overhead, flat out. So what do I maybe need? I need more mobility, and I need more load overhead. So that's what my weaknesses will be. But every single one of you sitting here has something different we want to work on, right? So for the first 6 weeks, it'll be engine work, and it'll be looking at weaknesses. Then we have comp on a Saturday morning. The comp sessions in the Saturday mornings will be at TP2. Why there? I like the space, and I also, the time frame is good. It'll be from like 7 in the morning till like 8:30 in the morning, and then we'll start the classes over there. But it'll give us a good opportunity to really use that facility and drive this competitors training. Okay. And it won't cost you more on your membership, alright? You just turn up anyways, that's how it is. So it's not, for the first 6 months, this isn't going to cost you more. It's going to cost you £100 athlete membership. We're going to take all the data, and I'm going to learn a lot from doing this, so that the next time I can start charging people properly, and they'll see there's worth in it. Okay, so from the training perspective, you're already paying for it. I'm not just going to give you more value for what you're paying for. Okay, you get that. Fixed weaknesses. Then the next 6 weeks will be strength. We're going to go into the German strength cycle. We do a 6-week German strength cycle with laid-in engine, still working the engine, still hammering that thing, still working the engine, and the weaknesses which you'll start taking home with you. You're going to be working with stuff at home on your weaknesses, but we'll be working a lot of strength in that time. We'll pick 5 strength movements. You've got your deadlift, your squats, your overhead presses, as you get weighted pull-ups. We're going to pick 5 movements, and we're going to work those things to get stronger, all right? That's the next 6 weeks. And then the last 6 weeks, this is CrossFit. Absolute CrossFit. 100% mess you up. Go into that place there, the pain cave. Interesting thing we spoke about it just this night. Some people, weaknesses for some people is, I cannot go mentally, I cannot go to that place where I'm okay with passing out. I can't go there. For some people that is a real thing, in CrossFit especially, because for some people, you know, you've been ex-military, you've been Ironman for athlon, you did stuff, it's okay, you can handle it. But for other people, it's like when it gets like this, it gets uncomfortable, I don't want to go there. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach you to go there, and in that 6 weeks, we're going to work on each other and get there, alright? And then we go for it. Then we're into October, the open happens. We'll go into that open a lot more confident with the movements. We'll go into that open a lot more confident with the kind of workouts, because we're going to be layering in a lot of open workouts into this whole program. Okay? So when we know, because the open we can't go wrong. Those workouts, it smashes you up, doesn't matter how fit you are. Okay, cool. Then other things we're looking for, you'll get first dibs at seminars. So May, we've got another Olympic lifting seminar coming up. We've got a gymnastics seminar coming up. There's a guy at Bromley Valley. I did an hour session with him the other day where he took me through all the gymnastic stuff, and he actually realized you know where. Like, this guy took me through stuff. I mean, I was like, what the hell, man? You know, he says, yeah, this is the beginner stuff. I was like, cool, thanks. Okay, when we're getting to that. So we've got that coming up. This guy has been doing it for many, many years. It's at Bromley Valley Gymnastics Centre, obviously, and that'll be in April. I think it's in end of April. I'll give you guys the dates, but again, you'll have first dibs at this stuff. All right? It's going to cost you 50 quid. For any other member, it's going to cost 65 pounds. All right? So again, you guys get something for being athletes or on the athlete program. What else we got here? We're maintaining. After October, we're going to maintain. From November to January, we'll maintain until February. So everything that we've built up in this space, we're going to maintain it. So that come next year, this time, we still have that fitness. Then we'll have like a month off season kind of thing, and then we'll pick it up again. And we'll keep on running that cycle in this gym for the people that want to do the athlete membership. All right. I'm going to give it over to Renelle soon, but before I do that, we are going to be running this thing hand in hand with nutrition. Okay, it's not a sell. I'm not trying to sell you anything here. She's not trying to sell you anything here. This is how it works. If you don't put the right petrol and fuel in the car ain't going to go. How do you know that, Andy? Well, unfortunately, I tried to build a gym, did everything, and I'm now 20% fat. Whereas I've come from, where was my previous measurement?
12. best?
12. Best was 8.
Chubby
Yeah, chubby checkers from the fat boys. You see what I'm saying?
Not you could be cheese.
Yeah, so she's big cheese for real.
I'll put her across.
Yeah. Yeah, so my point is this. I've, Lou and I eat generally, we eat clean, we try to do all this stuff, but the reality is we're back under the nutritional guidance of Brunel because I want to. If this is something that appeals to you, all of the stuff I said, if this does appeal to you, there's only one way to do it, and that's with the right nutrition. Because we can all eat clean and stuff like that, but you're talking about she's going to periodize her nutrition with this training. So do we need more carbs? Do we need more protein? What do we need? How do we need to do this? And if you don't eat right, you can't perform at this level. You're going to be doing 3 nights a week or 3 days a week where you are going to push yourself very hard. And then you're going to be doing 2 or 3 classes in the week as well. So you're going to be doing 6 sessions a week. That's 6 hours of very hard training. And if you aren't eating the right stuff and putting the right stuff in, it ain't going to work out for you. Alright? It's going to become very laborious. So, any questions on this before I give over to her? Any questions?
When you plan to start?
Next week?
And that's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Next Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
What time is class going to be Tuesday and Thursday?
8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's in
8 o'clock. So it'll be 8 till 9. If it goes over, it goes over. I'm personally going to do my best to always be here for those. I will be training with you guys, but also coaching those, and there'll be more than one coach in the classes. So we'll be helping and whatever else. But I mean, I think I would like to get back to a place where I'm actually training with the people again and also getting fit with you guys. And I think we want to create a real team cohesion here. That's kind of like we can start going to competitions later on in the year or next year, and Tiger Pit arrives and we know what we're about.
Right. You say like 3 sessions a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then obviously doing other stuff during the week. Now, obviously, I'm asking specifically for myself because being probably the oldest person sitting in the room, 6 sessions a week, that's going to knock 7 bells out of me.
Yeah.
So will we be able to look at it and go, well, you've got those 3 heavy sessions, don't train Fridays, probably miss a month or whatever. I mean, can we then...
And again, this is exactly what this is exactly. For him, he only has to close his eyes and growth hormones coming out of his ears. Right? So that's for him 6. You could probably do 8. No worries. For you and me, it's kind of a deal. Like I'll hit those 3. I'll see how I feel, and I might Saturday or I might Thursday just go and get on my bike and I go and ride 20 k's, 30 k's, or I might go into the swimming pool and I might swim. Because those 3 will be enough for me. And if I add on maybe something that's less intense on the body, it's cool. So I'm saying 6, 7 sessions, but actually talking about a guy like this, you're talking about the younger guys, they can go for that. But if you're hitting those things hard, and after week 3 you feel flip, I actually feel quite good. I'm going to do another session. Cool, then you go for it. But you have to manage your body.
Yeah.
You'll know, and this is what we also want to create. We want to create an environment where you learn to manage your body better. I never do it right because I think more is more. It's not. Not at my age now anymore. More isn't more. Quality is more.
With regards to that, are you going to release the workouts for the week so you kind of manage your workload specifically to everyone so you can kind of see what's in advance and you kind of know you're going to be dead by Thursday, or you come in Thursday and you're like, oh, this is going to kill me?
I can do that. Look, it's going to be like, if we know overhead is in that way, it's going to be specific but not specific. If I know overhead is a weakness for you, all right? I know my overhead is weakness. The movements and the things we're going to kill the weakness with is going to be kind of the same. So when we work out a spreadsheet, it'll be like overhead movements. We're going to be looking at those things. We're going to be looking at, okay, you've got a weak squat, maybe you've got a weak specifically things. And then also in class, we're going to be looking at people and say, okay, your back, maybe we're looking at that, maybe we're looking at glute activation. You want to maybe get one of those bands. Things you can work out at home as well.
Yeah, I get where it's like specific to people, but just kind of a general sense of what's going on.
Yeah, for the strength program, you're going to know exactly what's coming. It's going to be 5 movements, and those 5 movements will go from 10 reps to 8 reps to 6 reps to 4 reps to 2 reps over 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So you're going to know exactly in that 6-week period, you'll know what happens. With the engine work, it's going to be the same. It's going to be very monotonous. You've got to understand, I mean, Olympic athletes don't train because they get excited every time they go and train. It's kind of like they get there and they know what they need to do. So with that, the first 12 weeks, you're going to know what's happening. The next 6 weeks, I can't promise anything. Because that's going to be like, let's see how the group's feeling. Okay, we smashed it on Tuesday, Thursday, maybe Saturday we need to meet at the pool. That's what I'm talking about. Let's meet at Walnuts, let's all go for a kilometer swim and have a good stretch. Maybe that's the session. But then we manage it more like athletes. So the first 12 weeks, you'll know what's happening. The last 6 weeks, you're going to have to play by ear. That answer. Yep.
Do you know what date is the April gymnastics one?
I think it's 18th, I'm not sure. I think it's the weekend after. It's a
18th is Thursday.
Thursday. So I think,
19th is Friday, yeah.
yeah, I think it's on a Saturday. The second last Saturday of the week. He can't do the last Saturday.
Well, the 20th, that's
April.
Easter weekend.
Yeah.
Just so you know. The
What's that?
20th is Easter.
20th.
Yeah, it's Easter weekend.
Alright, so it's the second last weekend. Is that the second last weekend of April?
Yes, we get.
Yeah, 20th.
I'll release that tomorrow. Thanks. I'll find him as well. Just to confirm. Yep. Anything else? Good? Yes? Are you guys interested in this? Would you be interested in this? Is it something that you guys are kind of, you put in your diaries and think, okay, cool, I'd like to go and flip on an analyst, see how it goes. Alright, I will make mistakes. This is my first go at it, first stab at really specific training like this. I was a personal trainer, I did personalized programs, but not at this level. And I don't want to fail you guys. I think we've got a great group of people here to go and do competitions and have some fun, man. Have some fun while we're doing it. You know. Cool? Alright, Renelle.
Thanks, Eddie. Hello guys, and I just want to take this opportunity. I've run semi-professionally track and field, and I've coached, or not coached, I've lived with my husband through a professional rugby career, and I've never seen this sort of input from a coach's side. And I've been in CrossFit since 2012 in CrossFit boxes, so thank you very much. I've never seen this amount of like care and input and really, yes. So maybe you've seen it somewhere else, but I doubt it. I completely doubt it, and this is quite something else. So I'm not going to try and sell nutrition. I think nutrition speaks for itself. I'm going to tell you what the nutrition is going to be all about. It's not going to be you do it yourself. I'm going to work out a program for you for this, and it's going to run closely in hand with this. So it's going to be carb cycling. You're going to go through stages where you eat more carbs, less carbs, and I'm going to work that out for you exactly. You're going to know exactly what I eat on a Monday, what I eat on a Tuesday, and it's going to be personalised. So Lou, I'm going to look at your 3-day food diary that you initially might take, and then going to look at that and see, okay, but Lou really lacks iron, she really lacks B12, so we're going to work that into a specific diet for her. Okay, so that's what the nutrition is going to be all about. And then there is going to be an accountability section which you can opt in or opt out. So you can buy sessions with me, 15-minute face-to-face sessions every week. I phone and I say, Finn, what is going on? Why haven't you been logging? Why aren't you eating what you should be eating? This is not going to work. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your time. What is happening here? Okay, and I'm very good with doing that. I'm very able to do that, and I'm very willing to do that. But that needs to come from your side. So that's completely something separate. For this is going to be £50 for the nutrition. I'll work out your exact diet, your exact whatever you need to eat. And then on top of that, you can buy accountability sessions where I phone you, you book in your session every week, and I phone you, I say, what is going on, where have you been, and why not? Okay, all right, so I just want to show this quickly. Here we go? Okay. So if you haven't seen this, this is the CrossFit triangle of importance as by Greg Glassman. Okay, so nutrition is the true foundation of everything that we do here. You will not, I don't want to say you will not, but this is going to benefit you not to the full extent that it can if you are not eating properly in this thing. Okay, and then from there on, it's exactly what I just touched on. First, train the engine, and then go from there on. So I just wanted to show that, and then you've seen Stevie, you've seen the results in the box, you've seen the change in Simon's body, how he trains
Yeah.
and his performance. So I just want to show this. If you look at Katrine, okay, if you look at her there in 2016, that's 2015, and then 2018. And the only change really was nutrition, okay, from her mouth. And I can show you many athletes like that. I don't have pictures of everyone, I only quickly got this. But there is a huge change from there to there. And it's nutrition, okay. So that's basically all I wanted to say about nutrition tonight, okay.
Right.
Is there any questions, sorry?
No, you're good.
As before, where there was the monthly fee,
Yes.
whatever, so is that not the same as that anymore?
No.
Is it still done on the app though?
So the nutrition group, this is not the nutrition group.
Yeah, I know, I'm just asking, how is it
Okay.
going to work? Because obviously
Yes.
before, when I was in a nutrition group,
Yes.
and then you've got the app on the phone where I log everything
Yes.
in and when it's wrong.
You go onto my website, you buy a £50 initial consultation with me.
Right.
We sit for an hour, and from there I work out your program, not in that hour. In the next half day, I'll work out your program exactly to what your needs are. And then if you wanted to, you go on the website, you buy accountability sessions.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
Okay.
But
Does it answer your question?
Yeah, but you know the app that we had before,
Yes.
would it be easier as well to use that just to keep the login of
We
what?
can. For some
If
people,
not, sorry, it's difficult. I mean,
for some
for me,
people
it's-
it simplifies things. For me, an app simplifies things. You have your
simplifies it.
profile and everything on there. For other people, it doesn't simplify things. So some people just want to. This is my program PDF. I print it out at work, and this is what I eat. So that's depending on you. What way you want it presented. I'm not going to teach you about nutrition. So this is not. I'm going to like the nutrition group where I teach you. Okay, how to work out your own carbs. I tell you exactly what to eat. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So this is, yeah, so that one,
Yes.
you could, if you don't need the accountability, you motivate yourself, that first £50, that'll give you everything to get through this.
This will get you everything to get through the first 6 weeks, the first cycle. Yes,
First,
the first cycle, yes, because it changes. From there on, I will need to. It's not because of anything. I will need to sit with you again, see where you are, your body fat, what your muscle mass is. I can't give you a 6-month program from the beginning.
yeah.
That would be generic.
So that would be
and it wouldn't work
another,
for you.
what would that be then?
Another £50 for your program.
Yeah.
Yes, after 6 weeks.
So in that £50 we get, you'll tell me, is it so broken down that you'll say, okay, you need to have X amount of sweet potatoes
Yes,
and brown rice,
Yes.
and this is how much protein, you need
Yes.
chicken.
grams. It goes into grams. Every meal grams. This is what you have to eat every
That's
meal.
right.
So this is why it's not. It seems as if it's just a program, but it takes me half a day to a day to work out one program for
Wow.
a person. So it's really intense.
Recipes, everything.
Recipes if you wanted to. Some people want. I can give you different recipes. I can definitely add that. Some people don't want. They just want to know they can eat turkey mince this amount 3 times a week. Add cottage cheese to that. So some people like Sam's wife. She cooks very healthy. She likes to do own recipes and things. So I can tell him exactly what he can eat, and she can mingle with that. But if you want a recipe, definitely that's very easy to do.
That's cool, man.
Any other questions? Finn? Finn can tell you he's down from how many shots to how many shots of nutrition? Of insulin?
9 to 7.
From
Which is
9
a lot, like 11 actually, 11 to 7.
11 to 7
Yeah.
insulin shots a day. He's diabetic type 1. After he started the nutrition, just eating healthy and focusing more on nutrition and this
And I
process.
know it's definitely worth just getting it right in nutrition.
Yeah. But you need something like accountability. If only you would have been up to. Yes.
For the good island, the pub.
Yes. What are you doing? Okay, any other questions? Okay.
Can I just see that chart here, that one with the pyramid? If you've got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you look at how warped we do CrossFit nowadays, yeah, it's warped, the way we train. If you think about it, and what we see in YouTube and videos, we go for weightlifting,
Yes.
we think that's the standard. We think that's how it should be. Snatching 120, clean and jerk 145, 150, now you're a beast. Doesn't really, if you look at the chart, gymnastics plays a bigger role than weightlifting,
Yes.
but yet we stuck on weightlifting. Sport, I mean, we never even do sport. I mean, I tried to play some rugby and it broke my body. You know, sport isn't even there. So metabolic conditioning is something, it's the pain cave, it's something we all hate doing, but actually it's the one that's going to get you the most results. And the base that needs to be on there. And then it's all layered on top of nutrition, which anyways, she's still undercutting herself, because the reality is that if you go to a real nutritionist in the city or anywhere else, you're going to pay triple that amount for a personalized diet. You are going to pay much more. So it's not about biting anybody out, it's about making this thing and doing it right. So if you're going to do that, then your nutrition has to be on par. And if you're not going to take up the nutritional offer, make sure your nutrition is up to scratch and know what you're doing with it, because the training needs to go hand in hand with that. With the carb cycling in that first week, then the next 6 weeks is going to be more protein-based stuff, because we've got to get stronger, right? And you need something to build with. All right, so what I'm going to try and do with that is exactly, we don't get stuck on the green light, but we're actually getting a good all-round CrossFit instead of just somebody trying to do a 120 kilogram snatch, because actually it's a small part of the pie.
Cool.
Cool.
Just say something,
Yes.
just to, so don't think you can't just phone me and talk about nutrition, please. This is not, if I'm going to work out a program for you and it takes me half a day, that's 50 pounds. Okay, if you just want advice and just to speak, please just phone me anytime, or come talk to me. It's about getting you to a better place. So if you are already eating very good, and we can tweak it in small ways just to get you a little leaner, or then please just come talk to me. We can definitely do that. Okay.
Lean.
Lean.
All right.
Thank you, Adi.
Thank you guys. I'm not going to keep you out long. Any other questions, you guys?
Are we good? So you're going to post your website onto the...
Yes, I will.
Good.
I'll send it now. I'll send it now, but it's in progress. It is finished. It just needs a few little tweaks.
I don't want to create more groups. I'm already on WhatsApp. I'm on hundreds of groups. I don't want to create more groups. But that group I created today is probably teaching or so on 50,000. So okay, so we'll do the communication through that group. If you are not interested, by all means, flip and bail out. No problem. It's not an issue. I won't feel bad as long as you don't feel bad. And then we'll go for it from next Tuesday night. What's the date? Tuesday. In a week's time, we start it over here. Okay? And if there are 30 people rock up, great. It's fine. We can handle it. We'll make it happen. All right. Yep. Okay, guys. Have a lovely evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.